Hello, my name is Joe Collins for Joe's A2 Film Productions, and today I will be discussing my inspiration for my trailer titles. The first ones I looked at were the Suicide Squad titles. These are very bold titles and have a very unique design. They use a good mix of colours and design to give a very bold feel and really grip the audience into looking at them. They also have a 3D look to them, which makes the red outline of the titles look better and further emphasise the design on the titles overall. You also notice details like the Q on one of the words. They have drawn what looks like a face on it and gives the titles a sort of creepy look as well, because the colouring of the titles is dark anyway. They are dark primarily because the film itself is supposed to be quite a dark film, as it's about villains, so that's why they've sort of made the titles very dark and maybe not as clear to some viewers, but maybe they stand out to some other viewers even more. So you've also got the sort of pattern on it, and it sort of looks very sort of dark and mysterious, and sort of fits in with the film overall. So that's why these titles are very good, as it sort of further sort of emphasises the film itself and what the film will be about. The next trailer titles I'll be looking at is the 999 titles. These are very good as they really stand out to the viewer and use nice transitions to bring the titles into the shot and have a sort of blurry effect. They also use good colour schemes to make the titles stand out more, as there is a black and partially blue background, and as the titles themselves are white, this will make them clearly viewable to the audience. The titles are not just regular titles, however, as the design of them looks sort of edged, which ties in with the blurry intro to the titles, and this transition carries on to the next set of titles, so it keeps continuity within the titles. So obviously these titles are very bold, as the sort of film itself is quite a sort of actiony, very exciting film. So obviously they want the titles to look exciting as well, so it sort of matches in with the film. So sort of like Suicide Squad, they've sort of made the titles sort of match the genre of the film itself and sort of emphasise like what the film will be about, and maybe give clues to the audience about what they are and what the sort of whole maybe theme of the film could be. So yeah, overall these titles are very good, and I would like to definitely add some elements of these to my titles. The next set of titles I'll be talking about is the Deadpool titles. These are very effective, as straight away the titles are in your face and come onto the screen very quickly at the end, and it sort of looks like they are moving as well and shaking on the screen. The colours are probably the best thing about these titles, as you see they are primarily red with a silver outline. However, the red of the titles is further made stand out by the black background, and you can see faint blood splatters around the screen and titles, so the whole colour red ties in with the trailer and the titles as a whole. Also, in the next set of titles, which are also thrown onto the screen quickly, we see the date of the film, when it comes out, and the date looks as if it's spray painted on in red. So these titles are different to the initial titles, which showed the name of the film. This section of the titles are also shaking as well, which maybe emphasises the importance of the film and implies to the audience that they must see it. So obviously, yes, the colour of the titles is a very big factor in these, because obviously Deadpool himself, you see his suit's red, and obviously it's going to be a very actiony film with probably quite a bit of blood in it, so that's why they sort of added this sort of blood splatters onto the screen and the sort of red feel of the titles overall. So they've kind of further emphasised, the colour of Deadpool and probably the sort of theme of the film overall. And yeah, these titles are very good, as they sort of use a lot of sort of motion effects, and they use a lot of nice bold colours and bold design as well, bold fonts, to really sort of grip the viewer. So this is what I'd like to add in my titles, is sort of titles that really sort of stand out to the viewer and you immediately sort of see them on the screen and think, wow, I must see this film. The next titles that inspired me were the Pulp Fiction titles. They immediately come onto the screen after the opening and are displayed very well. When the name of the film comes onto the screen, it is very bold and clear for the audience to see. They are primarily yellow with a 3D effect to them. As the names of the actors in the film are being introduced, the main Pulp Fiction title slowly zooms out on the screen, until eventually it is minuscule and very hard to see. These titles are very good, as it clearly grabs the viewer's attention with the combination of the music as well, so overall these are very good titles, as they are very bold and clear for the audience to see and grab their attention very well. I would like my titles to be bold as well, and with a 3D effect, as well as it makes the titles stand out even more. Also, I may want to add moving effects to my titles, like they did in Pulp Fiction ones, as it makes the audience sort of lock onto where the titles are and how they are moving, as when the audience is sort of looking at them sort of zoom out, you can see that they'll sort of still be paying attention to where the titles are as they sort of come onto screen very quickly. They sort of go upwards and then sort of zoom out, so the titles are sort of moved quite a lot. So this sort of makes the audience sort of, be sort of more attracted to them more. So you sort of see how they zoom out, and then the name of the actors. I mean, obviously the audience will be looking at the name of the actors, but they'll still be sort of paying attention to where the primary Pulp Fiction titles are and whether they sort of completely zoom out of the screen or not. And yeah, these titles are very good, as I would definitely like to add some of the elements of these titles to mine. And yes, they're very good and they inspired me very much.